Hello everyone, I am Vaos and welcome to another episode. Now, to make more videos, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try something where it's just me and you, and we're chilling out, we're talking, we're having a good time, and I go over a few things that I'm working on and, things of this nature. And actually, I've always wanted to try this new, I've done this a couple times, but I never really finished it. Science mode, right? And then we'll call it just solar for now. And until I can make my own flags, we're gonna make our flag this flag for Kerbin. I know it looks kind of weird, but it's alright for now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and re-entry heating, resource abundance. I'm going to put that on 30. Maybe 40. Science rewards, 10%. Let's see, auto hire crew members before flight. No. Missing crew respawn. Nope. Allow quick loading. No. Allow reverting flights. No. Indestructible facilities, blah, 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 blah. This is good. This will mean it's very challenging, and I'll have to think of different ways of building crafts with very little technology. It also means that our history will progress slowly into the future, and so there will be noticeable differences between crafts of the old and crafts of the new. And I've always wanted to do something like this, where planet Kerbin goes out and it colonizes. Yes, got it. Thank you. It colonizes the moon, and of course, it goes out to Minmus. And then they finally explore, Eve and Duna and Maho. But then when I get high enough in the tech tree to where they're getting enough science to where they can actually start mining, that's when these outposts on the moon and stuff will actually start to turn into self-sustainable colonies. Because then they can produce their own minerals and fuel, and I'll have some sort of in-stock system where we can go ahead and burn like 100 fuel for maybe one part. So if I want to build a craft, I'll go ahead and if like 100 part craft, I need to burn so many amounts of fuel in like a little smelter kind of thing, and then I can hyper edit the craft over there as if it came out of its factory. And then go on from there and actually build a story where Kerbin, United Nations of Kerbin, or whatever the case may be, they finally get something going on over at Duna. Where is it? There you go. And then Duna, after a while, the whole thing, because history is, it repeats itself in different ways, but it repeats itself. So being that it's very far away from Kerbin, after a while, Duna will actually start to have its own rules, its own way of doing things, its own culture, its own customs. It will start to become very different from Kerbin. There'll be a very noticeable difference, even though the United Nations of Kerbin will try to keep control over Duna. There's going to be some squabbles. There's going to be people who are going to want to have a free Duna or a Duna Republic or something. And it may even, like in the old days where America won its freedom from England or whatever the case may be, started off with only a couple of colonies, and then those colonies grew into something sustainable. And of course, that's a whole another story. But give enough space between two colonies or two worlds, and eventually there's going to be enough differences between the two to where they're not going to really see eye to eye anymore. And that's when you start to get new cultures, new things of doing things and whatnot. And we'll see who wins, if they come together as one or if they agree that they're different, and therefore it becomes the United Planets of Kerbin or Kerbal, United Planets of Kerbal, whatever the case may be. But I've always wanted to do that, and it would make for plenty of game time and plenty of videos, because I've got to figure out how to do all this with little to no science whatsoever, which means my ships have to be very creative and work. They just have to work. Something I've always wanted to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start now. You know, a little bit at a time. Brand new save. All the options are there. So let's go ahead and try this. Alright, so the first craft will of course need a name. X1. It's not going to do anything or go anywhere. We have like nothing. Practically nothing. Wow. 6 parts. Well, there's a whole lot of science to be had around the center itself. You would not believe all the places you can get science just in the center itself. So I like to pretend that, you know, Kerbin being Kerbin, we probably have explored most of Kerbin by now, you would think, except for maybe some areas of the ocean and whatnot. That being the case, let's just go ahead and get all the science we can from the surrounding area, which on 10% science is probably not going to be a whole lot. Just a science capsule to gather science. Nothing more. Alright, Jebediah Kerman. Since we cannot resurrect anybody and no one comes back from the grave, we have to be very careful on how we treat our astronauts. Gather science, and of course, mystery goo. Actually, I should have put just 3 on here, huh? Actually, but once we get everything from here, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to launch this thing and go to another spot. There's more stuff. There's like the flagpole, EVA report from Launchpad. Nope. Cycle. Ah, the water tower. Let's see if the water tower gives us something different. EVA report from Launchpad. Nope. Okay. Now I do know the catwalk or whatever this thing is right here that supposedly takes the rocket out of the hangar and onto the launch pad. I know this has its own little thing, right? EVA report. Yes. Alright, so it's been stored. Very good. Now let's launch. And 3, 2, 1. Oh crap. I'm facing the wrong way. Oh, that's weird. My things are... parachute? It's too far away. What the hell's wrong with this thing? Oh, damn it. My fingers were off on the keyboard. I guess that's it for this launch, because there's no way in hell I'm going anywhere near there. Whoa! Well, we want that science data that's in those things, so collect data and store data. And I think we have new stuff, right? EVA report, the shores of Kerbin. Yep. Alright, so altogether he himself got 1.9. Total of 2.8 science. So science 4. Alright, here we are with the X1 version B. The SAS and spacebar. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit. I went ahead and just give it half the amount of fuel, solid fuel. And let's go ahead and parachute now. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually launch several of these and try to get different areas. And then go ahead on a mad science rush. Everybody with their own area going around just taking science everywhere and placing it inside their little science capsules here, and try to get as much science as we possibly can from the surrounding area before we try to take on space. And hire some more people. Oh! Yeah. It's gonna be tricky. I need to get right on top of it. Turn, and parachute. Oh crap, please. This is gonna hurt. Oh, that was nice. Landed right outside the front door. Well, I didn't tape record it, but we just had our first casualty. Son of a... Rest in peace, Dudos Kerman. Damn it. I don't want to do the same thing. Parachute. What happened was I deployed the parachute a little too late, and he slammed into the ground too hard. But I guess in this career mode there's going to be a lot of casualties, which means that every single one of my crafts that I build will have to be with... Whoa. Oh, that could have been bad. But yeah, every single craft that I build has to have some sort of survivability capability. I think we're just about done. We've littered the place with little science pods everywhere. Let's start getting to work. Looks like we have to invent a ladder. Should have put those on action groups. Yep. Tank science. Oops, sorry. Aha. Alright. Anything? So, no, I think it's the same. And this area is done. Astronaut complex. Good. Yep, flagpole. And administration building. Yep. Nope, yep, alright. Same thing. Memorial. Take that. Yep, there we go. Surface sample from VAB round tank. R&D main building. This is new. Central building, okay? You are done. Good job. Good job, Jebediah. Probably had the toughest workload of them all. And get started first thing tomorrow morning. It's noon. Crap. Yep, south dish. Corner lab. Wind tunnel. Yep, sure can. Central hub. And that is the east dish. I don't think there is a west. Am I right? Is it north? Hot damn. Alright, well, she lost all of her little goo containers, but let's see for crew report. Side lab. Oh, okay. So it is something different. And of course, I definitely know that you can get stuff on top of the VAB, or at least I remember you could. Well, the good news is that even though the game just crashed, the only data that we lost was the immediate data for this capsuleer.
Hey! Oh no. That's just perfect. Okay, well, no. Come on, there's got to be a freaking limit to this. Come on, you can do it, girl. I know, I believe in you. I believe in, what's your name? I believe in you, Sarah? Les Sarah? Oh, nice. Ah! No, she's totally screwed. Son of a biscuit. Wait, hold on, there you go, girl. Get out of there. Get out of there. She's like perma stuck in time and space. Oh no, we're gonna have another casualty because of freaking glitches. You know what? No. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I beg you, computer mishaps and glitches deserve an appropriate response. Call me a cheater if you will, but anybody who's anybody should be able to climb up over there and be on top of here, no problem. When it comes to glitches, if the ship explodes in space, then we can write it off as like maybe something horrible happened. There was some sort of malfunction and the fuel got mixed up with the electricity and it went boom. But just floating in midair and having difficulties climbing up a ladder, I think that can call for an intervention.
And of course, mystery goo from the SPH building. Good. Round tank. We'll go ahead and grab the tank data. Real quick, what's going on with Patreon and the Patreon rewards? And I'm still taking advice to what you want. Right now, I'm thinking maybe like a $5 kind of thing. You know, $5 Patreon thing for Silver Wings allows you to get craft downloads weeks before they are put out, or something of that nature maybe, and then $10 gets you the Gold Wings, where you can have a Kerbal named after you or something of that nature. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I should make Silver Wings $5, Kerbal named after you. Gold Wings, you get crafts that I've bled and sweat over for a long time in order to get just right. And then of course you have the Platinum Wings, and that of course will give you like a shout out to your channel. And whoa, careful girl. I'll give you a shout out to your channel and maybe more exclusive craft downloads like props for Duna 1 interior building designs and whatnot. And of course, Star Wings could be something like $20 or more. Whoa, okay. $20 or more, something like that, which could get you like Skype or something where we can talk, where your input could directly affect a certain video, or your craft will be inside the video. That could probably be like Platinum Wings or something. I'm thinking like a $5 interval, 5 for silver, Or maybe, I don't know. Oh, gosh. And when I get all that finally figured out, the problem is, how do I set that in motion? How do I make that work? How does someone with silver wings get what he or she wants out of them? And how does someone with gold wings get what he or she wants out of them? Nope, same. Okay, I guess we got everything then. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! But at the same time, I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression. This is, like I said, this is new to me, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But for example, the Star Wings, you'll be able to be on my Skype call, and we can talk, and you can directly influence a video that I'm doing or something of that nature. If I make that, and I hate to say this because, oh man, this sucks, but then I gotta also worry about time restraints. When it comes to like Skype calling stuff for interviews or whatever the case may be, or helping with a video, if I make it to where it's only $10 or something of that nature, and I know this sounds horrible, then I'll have like, let's say I have 100 people say, oh, I can do $10, and then all of a sudden I have 100 people on Skype, and it's like, whoa. Don't get me wrong, I would love to talk to everybody and get their opinion on it, but I also have to worry about time constraints, and if I have 100 people that I'm talking to, I'll never get anything done. It's one of those things where it's like, how do I manage all this? Should I make it so that if you get the Star Wing rank, then you really have to really want it? And so I can I should make it like way out there when it comes to donations. Like if you really, really want it, if you like want this kind of thing, it would show in the amount of donation, something really high, not stupid high, but really high. So that way what it does is it manages the amount of people that I can be able to time manage and work with. The people who really, 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 really want it would be the ones that I would work with. It's hard because I don't know. Should I do $5 increments? Should I do $10 increments? Should I do $25 increments? Should I just go freaking nuts? I don't know. I really don't know. So like I said, I'm still taking input when it comes to that. I think we're done getting this whole thing. I think we are. No. I almost forgot. Cool. I have to figure out how to implement it. How does Patreon work? Am I able to put a craft file in a certain area, I guess? A certain link that everybody who's a Goldwing member or a Platinum member can be able to access? Good. How does that work? So I have to still figure that out once we finally get everything figured out on the billboard. Figure out what kind of chart we want as a community to make this happen. But definitely rain upon me your ideas so I can better figure out how to make this happen. Remember that time is a huge factor in this. When it comes down to giving out the rewards, I need to make it so that it's easy for me to put out the rewards that best suit each classification. And let's say, what I'm trying to say is, I have to figure out, so let's say you get a Platinum Wing member. How does he receive it? Excuse me. We have 100 people that do that, or maybe even 1,000 people down the line that do that. Do I have to sit in front of my computer and dish out 1,000 files to every single person? How does that work, Yeah, so definitely still taking ideas and options and opinions. And the whole Skype thing, I can imagine myself having a small group of people who come together who have like their Star Wings or whatever the case may be, and they've put a lot of effort and support into getting that privilege, or I don't want to say privilege because now I sound like a complete a-hole, but the reason why I'm doing that is because time constraints. I only have so much time in a day, And if I make it super easy to get access to Skype and all 10,000 subscribers jump in on a Skype call, well, use your imagination. That's don't get me wrong, I wish I could talk to each and every single one of you and get your input and just have fun. The reality of it is I have to manage these things. So, well, it looks like we're done right here. I think we got everything. And if we didn't, we'll figure it out later. But let's see just how much, and we'll end this video now. Let's see just how much we got. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Space Center, and I'm going to collect each and every single one individually. And recover. Okay, we went up to 6. Recover. We went up to 12. Nice. I'm kind of curious to see what Jebediah got. He got the most experiments. All those experiments. 23 different experiments. He got plus 13 science, so it jumped up to 25. Nice. Poor girl only got like 1.3. That's all right. That's good. All right, and you recover 3 science, jumped up to 30. Recover 0.8, and you 4.7. Nice, and 4.9. So we got a grand total of 40 science that we can actually go in here now and unlock a whole bunch of stuff that will definitely help the Kerbal kind to explore space and make new nations and new peoples and fight and war and all this other good stuff. Okay, so with 40 we can actually probably get up to, if I click it I don't get it, right? Okay, good. Decouplers, definitely a must. Now, the thing that I've noticed, though, is that when you start off in this tech tree and you have, like, crap for science, 10% science gain, your primary goal for first thing that you need to start going after is something with docking. When you start making ships that need to go to other worlds, like Duna and Minmus and whatever, the ability to refuel your crafts in space become huge, or else you have to build a Goliath of a spacecraft that can carry all of its fuel up there in one shot. There we go. Alright, so either this small one or we have to get up to here, 160. Yeah. Advanced science tech. So in order to start building colonies, we need to go straight from docking straight into mining. So all of our research has to go straight into mining, because that's the only, until we get mining, you can't turn a outpost into a thriving colony, because it has no way to generate its own resources. It is completely dependent on what it receives from Kerbin's launches. So until we're able to go there, you're not going to have the possibility of nations being built on other worlds, creating their own little nation and having, you know, little squabbles between each other. Alright, well, awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll figure this out in another episode. I sure hope you enjoyed this tiny little thing that I'm putting together. It took about 2 hours to record, but I'll try to put it all together within 10 minutes or so. And a lot of my talking has probably been, you know, edited out by then, but yeah, cool. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, the Patreon ideas are still out there. Please let me know what you think about them in the comments below, and what kind of, you know, from the 4 wing ranks that I put out there, how much should the silver be, and for what kind of reward? How much should the gold be, and for what kind of reward? How much should the platinum be, and for what kind of reward? And how much should the star wings be, and for what kind of reward? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your continued support. Remember, donate from your heart. Don't donate because I'm asking you. Don't donate for the rewards. Donate because you want to help support the channel and one day be able to make this channel really, really, really shine with great content, great quality, because I'll be able to put all of my time into it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I am Vaos, signing off, and have a good night.